full project, guys. Full wrap coming up on this crazy looking wide body scat pack. It was rebuilt from auction. They tried stealing this car and everything, the owner said, and so he rebuilt it, got a brand new engine. They stole some parts off it, tore up everything once they couldn't get it to start. They tore up the seats and whatnot, he showed me. So it's getting a full custom design, so you'll see that in a bit. But yeah, it's pretty dirty right now, but Widebody Scat. It's got a lip kit on it already. Wicker bill. It's got scratches everywhere. So yeah, I mean, the wrap's gonna cover all this up. This is what they did to the car when they realized they couldn't steal it. So they just keyed it, scratched it, broke windows, tore it apart. There was old wrap on the roof, so you could see. They took most of it off, the owner, but there was a lot of adhesive left, so I did a rubber wheel all over the place to get it all off. And yeah, so about to wash it and get started on it. So here's the Widebody Scat fully prepped, guys. This is how I'm gonna leave it for, you know, the rest of the wrap. You know, when I do a color change, you guys have seen in my other videos, I take all the wide body flares off and I would take those skirts off. But he told me not to mess with the skirts. And also, because it's a full design and I want everything to connect perfectly, I'm gonna leave the flares on and feed into that gap right there, cut it to relieve the tension, and replace and finish off the flare. It would be probably a lot harder, or I'd have to order more material for extra pieces for the flares, which they gave me that option, but there's no reason to if you could do it this way. So I'm gonna, you know, this is the first wide body design that I'm doing. I've done full designs before. You guys could check those videos out, but in my mind, this is how it's playing out and this is how it's gonna go. So also this design, when it connects to the bumpers front and back and like the trunk and the hood, there's really no like actual you know, there's no actual connection, I would say, where you need to line it up perfectly, because it kind of fades into like a different color, like black. So you guys will see that, what I'm talking about. And yeah, so we're gonna lay the whole side in one shot, obviously, so we could get the full design perfectly in between the gaps. Again, with full design wraps like this, when you're cutting in between the gaps, you have to cut right in the middle so that you get equal amount of vinyl on both sides to tuck in. Now, unfortunately, you know, like places like this where I normally wrap into this little groove, this lip, I'm not gonna be able to. So I might do a satin black piece down that lip. But also, he told me not to worry about, you know, if there's a little bit of blue showing, especially with like leaving the lip on, so I could feed as much as I can down there and then cut it. But you know me, I don't want to half-ass anything. But since the design is blue and the car is blue, you won't really see that tongue right there. Around here, same story. You know, I got to cut perfectly in the middle so both sides get covered evenly. And then, you know, this is just how it goes. So up here, it's going to be full coverage, of course. I'm going to tape that off and feed it fully in. I mean, everything's prepped, guys. Spoiler's taken off. This car's paint isn't perfect, and that's the whole point of a wrap. So quick little backstory on the car. You know, he said this was his, and then someone tried stealing it. And when they couldn't start the car and steal it, they started just taking a knife or keys to everything. As you can see, they bladed up the entire car. wherever he sanded a little bit, you know, here they just went across the entire car and just keyed it, scratched it. This car has a little bit of a history, but you know, wrap is gonna make this thing look brand new. Antenna's off on the top, and this wide body scat's gonna get a crazy transformation. So let's get it.